Okay, welcome to Kundalini 102. And firstly, if you hear noise in the background, there's a whole lot of road construction going on in front of my house. They're tearing up the concrete, they're putting in sidewalks. So if you hear, it's going to be here for a long time. So I'm sorry if there's some noise in the background. It's difficult enough for me to concentrate. The jackhammering is crazy. Anyway, so let's start at the beginning here. I want to talk about at the beginning, when absolute consciousness, or in the Hindu tradition called Brahman, or pure being in Gene Keys, or all the other traditions, when Brahman started its expansion process, it divided itself into two complementary poles. We have the masculine, or also known as Shiva, and the feminine, also known as Shakti. And these three elements, Brahman, Shiva, Shakti, give us the three forces of all of creation. And you will know these forces, I guess, by other traditions, known as the neutral, passive, and active forces. So Brahman is the neutral force, Shiva is the passive force, and Shakti is the creative force. Now, Shiva is that which is unmanifest. It is, I'm sorry, I've lost my place, is the unmanifest, the static, the potential, and the keeper of Brahman, or absolute consciousness. So Shiva is the masculine, everything that is unmanifest, all of potential. Shakti, the feminine, is the creative force. She is that which brings everything from Shiva, Brahman, into form and into manifestation. And this is why Kundalini Shakti is used with feminine vernacular. The symbol for Shakti is known as the Shakona, and it is a six-pointed star, just like in the Jewish tradition, the Star of David. And the Star of David and the six-pointed star represent our Merkaba, or light body. And these two interlocking triangles, again, we have two forces, a feminine and a masculine, are the union, or represent the potential and the forthcoming union of the Shiva and Shakti within you. What I'm going to talk about here is, I'm going to talk about it here because it's relevant in later videos. Obviously, we know in everything that Shakti has created, even she has divided herself into two poles. We live in a bipolar universe, right? And so the same is true within your universe, in your body, in your spiritual Kundalini process journey. So just like on Earth, we have a north and a south pole. And every so many thousands of years, when great transformations happen on this planet, it is because these poles are magnetically being drawn together. And when they meet, they cause great transformations in one place, and then they flip, and they flip to flip us into another level of existence. And the same is true with your Kundalini process. Shakti represents the South Pole, the coiled one that is resting in the base of your spine, representing the moon-like energy. She represents your South Pole. And Shiva, who is up here somewhere, representing cosmic consciousness, Shakti representing the individual consciousness. And at the time of Kundalini release, eventually this will happen because these are magnetic poles. They're going to draw themselves together eventually. And upon release of Kundalini and that process, then there's a real magnetic pole, and Shakti and Shiva eventually unite. And you could say your poles are flipped and you are transcended into another level of existence. Let me see, what else do I want to say? So just a little bit more about Shakti. Shakti is the very first outpouring from Shiva, and she is the subtlest, finest, most profound level of creation. And this goes far beyond what we hear Kundalini to be, far beyond mere life force or vital force energy or prana or energy. She is not any of these things, but she is the essence of these things and the one responsible for energy and life force. Kundalini Shakti is the architect and builder of you, your body, your experiences, your mental and emotional systems. She is your gene keys. She is your human design. She is your spiritual consciousness. She is you. She is your consciousness. She is the reason and the purpose behind all things. And it is Kundalini alone who is your guru within, the one that prompts you on your spiritual journey, the one who brings you spiritual experiences, the one who makes it possible for your awakening and self-realization, enlightenment, and ultimately moksha or liberation from physical incarnation. So, with all that being said so far, you could see that it might be kind of important to at least acknowledge her existence within you and to perhaps develop a relationship with her. Okay, next video.